Hello, hello. I'm Lara Joe. We are doing collective energy reads today. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I am currently pulling from the Evil Eye deck from the King of Aloha. Alright. Harmless. Whoever's been trying to work against you is harmless. And healing energy work. The work you have done on yourself has worked. The negative energy is dissipating. So everything that they've sent to you, it has no effect, okay? You've been doing the work to heal yourself, and that's the beautiful thing of this all. And as soon as you start speaking about what they're doing, it has no effect. I love talking about that. Marine Kingdom. Someone is making offerings to marine spirits to gain power against you. They're going to the water. Hello, Anne. How are you today, babe? It's Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We're doing a little bit of collective energy read currently. Pulling from the Evil Eye deck from the King of Aloha. So let's see what we need energetic wise. So far we have Marine Kingdom. Someone's been going to the water to try to work against us. But it really hasn't been working because we've been working on healing ourselves. So have no fear. And this is the other part. When you become aware of what they're doing, it really has no effect. Like, yeah, you can feel that it's all coming against you, yet it isn't. Because once you see it, it has no effect. Right? It's also why I talk a lot about spell work, because I'm like, once you see the spell work and you start calling it out, their work is gone. Because no matter what they try to do, once you know, you know. Okay? So don't ever let the fear of people working against you disempower you, because like I'll be over here giving you tools. So I did post the other day a return to sender. And what you would do for that, I did post it as a video, but I'll talk about it. If you feel that someone is trying to do work against you and you want peace of mind, right? Because it's for you. Here's a brief working for you. You would take a piece of paper, you would write on there 8 times, right? Because 8 is infinity. So 8 times, we're going to send it back to them. You would say return to sender known and unknown. You don't necessarily want to put a name on it because you don't know who was actually sending it. But return to sender known and unknown times 8 on a piece of paper. You'll put it in an envelope. Put it on the envelope and you're going to put a stamp on it, right? You have stamp. Return to sender known and unknown. That's how you're going to address it. You'll burn it in a dish that you can collect the ashes. And then you'll take and you'll sprinkle that around your mailbox. Okay, so that way you're saying, I am returning whatever is being sent to me, I'm returning it. And that's even just a practice for yourself, knowing that you have done the work on yourself to be say, hey, this has no place for me here. So if you do feel like someone's sending something to you and you want to do something about it, return to sender, okay? Write 8 times on a piece of letter, or on a piece of paper, return to sender known and unknown, address it, put a stamp on it, burn the letter, and then spread it around your mailbox. And you really are returning that energy that they're sending to you. You're returning it straight back to them. It's not getting your hands dirty, because I don't ever talk about wanting to get your hands dirty. This is an energetic practice for you to be able to feel like you have some say in your life. All right. If that helps, please let me know. Please tap the like button. If you're getting energy and you appreciate the message, please show me some love. Okay. All right, a legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack you through the people around you. So I always tell people, watch your freaking circle. Make sure your circle is good, because if the devil can't reach you, if the dark side, if that opposition can't reach you, they will send someone close to you that looks like a friend, right? Think of Judas. It was his closest friend, because if they can't reach you, they'll send someone else to reach you. Also, let's talk about this. If you have a loved one, right, or a counterpart, if they can't reach you, they'll go after your counterpart, especially if you're like a feminine, if you identify as a feminine. If the dark side, those people that want to hurt you, can't touch you, they'll go after your counterpart. So please make sure you are also throwing protection around your counterpart so they're not falling prey to all of this. I've watched this myself. Like, as my spiritual protection upped, they went after the people I love the most, because they knew that that was the weakest link. So also understanding when people turn on you, you can't save them. You just got to save yourself, babe. So do send love and protection, though, around the people that you love. Okay? Because if they can't get you, if you're spiritually strong, they will go after the weakest link, which could be your children. It could be your spouse. It could be your best friend. It could be your brother. So clean up your circle and also make sure that you are wrapping those you love in protection. Okay. I do a lot of that too, like for my children during the school year. What I'll do, if you're a mom and you have children and you're afraid of what is being potentially said to them, you can braid, if you're a mom and you want to do it for your kids, but you don't want to do it for them, like to them, you can braid a tiny little piece of hair as like a protection weaving. So if your kids are going out to school and you're afraid of them potentially having harm come towards them, you as mom can braid like a tiny little piece of braid in your hair for protection. So there are little tips and tricks to be able to protect the loves of our lives. You can also do it in your kids' hair. You can put a braid in their hair and you're going to imagine like you're putting like braiding protection over them. Okay? It's your job to protect those you love if you can, in the ways that you can. Alright, let us see if anything else. I am Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. If you are coming in and you're finding messages within these messages, please tap the like button. Please comment. Please share. This helps us know that this is landing, that we're getting the information that we need, and so that other people can find this too. Completion. Love this. Alright, completion. The energy work done against you is done. It's over. The spell has been broken. Remember I said once you start peeping what they're doing and you speak on it, they can't have any more effect. Period. That's why I tell people, talk about it. Talk about what happened to you. It's also why I talk about my stuff. Like I've had spiritual warfare. I've had them do unaliving magic bindings. And the more we talk about it, the more awareness that is brought to it. Also, think of what's going on politically and with our entertainment sector right now. The more you talk about it, the less power that they have. So they are over here trying to catch us up in spell work and bindings, even the celebrities. And as you talk about it, they have no power. So talk about it. Talk about what happened to you. If they wanted you to speak nicely about you, they should have treated you better. Right? If anybody ever has a problem with how you speak about how they treat you, that's a them problem, not a you problem. So stop holding their secrets. Okay? Stop. And I had this conversation yesterday. I was like, stop holding secrets for people that sleep fine at night while you're over there crying because of what they did. They sleep at night just fine because you didn't say anything about what happened to you. No, you need to speak up, babes, because you don't know who you're saving. All right. Marine Kingdom. Someone's going to the water to make offerings to you. So here is this part. When I know what someone's doing against me, I go do it so they have no effect. So Marine Kingdom, if you know someone's petitioning the water spirits against you, my friend, that means that I want you to potentially form a relationship with those water spirits. Go to the river. Go to the lake. I actually went to the river this week because I was like, I need financial assistance. So I went to the river bank, right? Think of Mother Nature. When you're needing assistance, go to the river bank because there's the currency, right? This banking matrix system is based off of nature. Think about water is abundant. The river is abundance. Yeah. So, Ramex, get to the water, babes. Okay? Okay. Why are you saying you know where I live? And I don't even know what C4 is. So if you're going to be weird, that's not cool. And saying where I live? Oh, okay. What's that have to do with anything? And if you don't think I haven't had a lot of stalker men that get obsessive, that want to know, okay, cool. So you're saying that you're sending a bomb to where I live? You might want to clarify that, because my ancestors don't play about me. So, okay, Marine Kingdom. Yeah, that's probably where we're going next, but we'll see. We don't get disrespectful up in here. I love it because I had the card Obsession in the bottom of my hand. People do go ahead obsessed, but that's just weird talk for. Why would you say that? It's not cool. But, all right, so obsession. Someone is so obsessed with you to the point where they cannot stop thinking about you. That's a them problem, not a you problem. Okay? And that's the other part. Like, the biggest thing is when you know someone's got eyes on you, get away. Get yourself to safety. You don't ever have to interact with them. The Legion, right? They've been sending armies after you. I know for me, they've been sending armies after me. They have no effect. Especially when you start seeing what they're sending and then you laugh at it. You're like, okay, try again. The Legion. Dream attacks and evil eye. So remember how I said return to sender? This is where we go. When you know you've got evil eye on you, at you, and you can typically feel it. If you can't, let's talk about it. We can talk about being able to feel more. But evil eye is sending that back. Right? And dream attack, sending it back. So this is why I'm huge on, like, because I'm one of those, like, I'm a dreamer, right? And people try to mess with my dreams all the time. So what I do for my protection, and this is what I recommend to everybody, is that if you take and you put black stones in the corners, the farthest corners of your room, I also do it in the farthest corners of the house. And if you especially are having dream attacks, I like to do that on the corners of the bed, right? So if you know people are they're obsessed with you and they're trying to protect you energetically, we're going to clean that up. Again, once you talk about it, though, it has no effect. Just like when people are harassing you or attacking you, once you talk about it, they have no effect. They're called out. So call them out. Okay. All right. Grr. A whole bunch there. So we'll take those two that are popping. Submission magic and love binding spell. Yeah, somebody's trying to get you to be under their spell. Hey Viola, how are you? So this is a no. You are sovereign. And actually, let's give you a statement to say when people are trying to like rule over you. I am a sovereign being. Sovereign means that no one has any say over your life other than you, right? You are the captain of your own vessel. So I am a sovereign being. You have no right to be here. You can say that to people. You can say that to thought patterns. I love doing that. Like if you are in a thought pattern loop where you're not feeling so good, I am a sovereign being. You have no right to be here. You are telling that mental pattern even. This works with sleep paralysis. This works with demonic, all of that. Right? So if you're in sleep paralysis and you're like, oh, somebody's trying to hold me down or invade me, I am a sovereign being. That means they have no right to be here and they need to get out. And here's the thing about the spiritual realm. If you tell them they have to leave, they do. They cannot violate your free will. It's also with our ancestors and our guardians and our angels. If you are asking them for help, you actually have to give them permission. I posted a video about this today. When you're asking your ancestral team for help, give them permission to act on your behalf. Because they can't violate your free will either. Like if you tell your ancestral team, I want to date this really bad person, they can't really step in unless you're in danger. If you're in danger, yeah, different story. That's when you see your ancestors literally pull you back by the shirt tails. And if you've ever had that happen, please let me know. I myself have had it happen where my ancestral team will violate because they'll be like, girl, if you keep going down that way, you're in danger. And so that, give your ancestors permission to help you. If you're looking for abundance, if you're looking for wisdom, ask your ancestors for help, okay? They are there to assist you. They want to assist you because this is a beauty. You are the person your ancestral line has been waiting for this whole time. So stand up and make them proud. It's not easy, but ask them for the help. Be like, I need the help. I always love to tell this. Like, if you know that you are living a life like your grandma lived, but your grandma's no longer here, you can ask her for guidance on how she got through that thing that you are going through right now. And she gets to help you because she's not held in place by the universe, like this world. So, ask your ancestors for help. Show them love. You'll get a lot farther, babes. Pity party. Someone is going through tough times and wants you to experience the same. No. Clean up your circle. This is also that birds of a feather. Like, you have to clean up your circle because misery loves company and birds of a feather flock together. So if you're still hanging around this person, they're going to pull you into their pity party. They're also going to pull you into their karma. So if they're trying to get you to submit and bind you and do love work on you, that's a pity party all of their own. You need to get away from them. Okay? All right. Let's see if anything else. Okay, so Rick, are you ready for the answer? Are you truly ready for the answer? Because I can give you the answer. But you may not like it. Okay. Our relationships are a reflection of ourselves, right? And what you allow is so your relationship, that's a reflection of how you feel you should be treated. And once you start accepting better from yourself, because this is the point I had to come to, right, with my relationships. Once I started expecting better relationships from myself, I stopped allowing toxicity in the people around me. So if you want clean relationships, it's clearing your stuff within you, like the childhood wounding, because there's a whole bunch, and this is everyone. It's not just you, babes. We are all like this, right? We are all stuck in interdependent, toxic relationships. So when you finally start standing up and saying, I want to accept this from me, you'll stop accepting it from everyone else. Because your environment is a reflection of you, babes. And this isn't me trying to come down on you. It's just saying, when you ask for better, when you want better, you'll bring in better, right? So stop allowing people to make you feel less than. Stop allowing yourself to feel less than. You deserve happiness. You deserve love. You deserve healthy relationships. But you have to ask for it and you have to fight for it. Does that make sense, babes? Okay, withdrawal. And okay, so withdrawal. This happens too in toxic relationships. It's finally saying, you know what, I would rather... Okay, so this is the example too. A lot of people get stuck in that, I'm really scared, so I'm going to go back to what I know. But if what you knew was poison, right? If that's all you knew from childhood was that toxic love, it's better to go through with, I had to do this with myself. I was going through emotional hard times. I was all I really want to do is run to this person and feel safe and hugged. But then I fought it and I was I'm so thankful I did, because that dude actually was a past life contract and he was actually trying to kill me. And then he did go on to kill another woman after me, even though I was over here hey, dude's not right in the head, he needs to be, evaluated, assessed. So the withdrawals, they're really hard, but you have to be willing to say, hey, I would rather feel healthiness. So withdrawal is if you're going back to a situation that's toxic, right? It's if you keep going back to that, you're actually going to end up poisoning yourself. So the withdrawals are painful as hell. And yes, you do have to stop yourself. That situation where I almost went and ran to that guy's arms, it was my cat died and I had another thing happen that was very intense. I was all I want is that human connection. Yet I also knew that human connection was only making me sicker. So you have to decide, I am not willing to keep going back to this person, place, thing that is making me sick. Okay? It does feel painful at first, but I promise once you get past those withdrawals, you'll be oh my God, why was I so hung up on them? Why was I so XYZ? Also, in those toxic relationships, you do go through withdrawals because they gaslight, they do the breadcrumbing. So it's you'll feel love, but then it's not enough to actually be of value. So yes, the withdrawals are hard. And I speak also from I went alcohol sobriety by myself, without intervention, without anyone helping. And actually my family gave me a really hard time when I went through sobriety. They still give me a really hard time. I was just you guys have no idea what it is to go through alcohol withdrawals completely alone, without help, without assistance. Yet that was so much better for me than ever participating with those people. So there's a whole lot that could be said there, but it's one of those, if you keep going back there, you're going to die. Like, that was the point I had to make with my ex-husband. Even though he was the love of my life and I was really sick after leaving him, I also looked at it and said, if I stay here, and I was 38 at the time. I was like, if I stay here, I'm going to die. Whether it be alcohol, like cirrhosis, cancer, an STD, because my ex-husband, unbeknownst to me, was out sleeping with people unprotected and bringing it home to me, and that's how I found out that I was not in a committed monogamous relationship. So I looked at it and I was like, if I stay, I'm going to die. Whether it be depression, whether it be I off myself, whether it be I finally drink so much that my body gives out. And that's the other part, guys. People in my age range are now having alcohol dementia. You can see people from 40s to like even older, but people in their 40s are having alcohol dementia. And they are dying from alcohol related diseases. Like, one of my former friends, her ex-boyfriend was 47 and he died from cirrhosis. So like, we all think like, oh, it's not going to happen to us. No, it is starting to happen a lot younger. Like, you're seeing people that truly are, the alcohol has pickled our brains, pickled our bodies. So you finally have to look at it and say, if I keep doing this, I'm going to die. And I don't want to. So that is the point typically where you get to, where you're like, if I stay here another minute, it's not going to end well for me. So I need to save myself. And that's the other part. You cannot save anyone else. You can only save yourself. If they want to save themselves, they can follow your path. But you cannot save anyone else. They have to be willing to do their work. And it's one of the most frustrating and probably hardest things in the world is to watch someone you love completely go down the path. But you have to protect you, babes. Okay? So, all right. Submission, magic, and withdrawal. Yes. And that's the other thing, is that as you are withdrawing, so let's talk about cord cuttings for a minute, because I'm a queen of cord cuttings, and if you guys ever need cord cuttings or you want a cord cutting, reach out to me. We can talk about it. When you do a cord cutting or you release something from someone, you're gonna feel them. And I had this experience happen this week. I did a cord cutting for someone I very much love. We've been talking about, like, I've been thinking about it for a long time, but this was the opportunity to do it. And it was funny because the person that was trying to get them to submit, as soon as they started doing the cord cutting, yes, they felt withdrawals, but they also felt that person trying to come back. And that happens with cord cutting. So if you energetically are cutting someone off, which you need to do, and I suggest highly, and to start calling your energy back as well. Start calling your energy back. When you cord cut, that energy will try to reattach, but your job is, if you're like, no, we cut that out, you need to block it. And yes, it'll be hard. And yes, it'll feel like part of you is kind of lost until you start truly feeling your power, not them siphoning off your power. Okay? So when someone's trying to get you to submit and you do cord cuttings, yes, you'll feel the withdrawal, but you need to be strong on that. Okay? I hope that this makes sense. If you have more questions, please ask. If you're needing assistance with this, please consider booking with me. I do Reiki, sound therapy, inner child healing, a lot of personal, like, development growth stuff that I teach to everyone else. Hello. I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. We're going to pull from the tarot. We're doing kind of a collective energy read, collective energy house clearing. Let me know. If you are receiving messages, please tap and run up the like button. Please comment. Please share. Follow. Consider booking one-on-one with me. Okay? Because your girl's broke and I need a lot of help. I'm trying to save my animal sanctuary. I myself, while I do energetic high priestess work, I also have a home for 7 special needs animals. And I'm going on a prayer and a miracle and hoping that something comes through that my animals and I don't become homeless, that we can actually eat. I've been having problems for the last few months trying to purchase food and litter for my animals, and we are about to lose our house. So if you can please consider donating or booking, I'm greatly appreciative. And yeah. I also have a GoFundMe for my animals and I, so if you can help, please consider. My ancestors and I would be greatly appreciative. Thank you for the heart me, babes. Hello, hello, Nine of Wands. We are finally putting down those burdens. We're saying no. Those are your burdens. We're done here. So, Crystal, for you and Jeff being together, babes, you need to put down the burdens that are everyone else's. Because I feel like if you want to have that relationship, are you super stressed? Or not super stressed, but super stretched by other people. It's like, it feels like everyone else wants you to water their passions. But babes, if you want to get up this stairway with Jeff, I need you to put other people's needs aside to work on your relationship. Okay? That's what the card that came out with that was Nine of Wands. Putting down those burdens and finally saying, no, that's not for me. Hermit energy. So Hermit is going within. It's very Virgo. It's self-contained. It's self-healing. So especially when you look at this Hermit, it's the turtle. What do turtles do when they feel threatened? They go inside their hard shell. So the Hermit is the same. This is going within to be able to see the answers. Here's one of my beautiful sayings of like school of thought is go within. Hermit energy, so you don't go without. And the Hermit is always in every tarot deck. Like the Hermit is carrying the lantern. Y'all are thinking that your answers are out there. No, the answers are with you. You've got the lantern. That Hermit energy is going within, knowing that you have the answers that you need. So that's the other part. Thank you for the love, babes. Is also, Hermit energy is not listening to everyone else about what you're supposed to be doing. Hermit is saying, no, I know what I need, and I'm going to go in my shell. This is a very beautiful energy. Aline, what I'm going to tell you, babes, and we are doing collective energy, if you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. So if you still love them, like, yeah, they may still love you, but they may also be held in place by other things. That's also, babes, where I need you to do that Hermit energy. Go within, because when we go within, we tune out everyone else's noise. Okay, so that's the other part. I think a lot of our relationships, like their friends, family, everybody got into their ear in a lot of it. So even if they love you, they were too busy listening to someone else's opinions, and now they have to stand on it. Okay? So I need you to go within and tune out what your mama's saying, what your brother's saying, what your friends are saying, your coworkers, and listen to what it is you truly want. Because you can't hear, like this is also, if you want to tap into the voice of the divine, and your ancestral team and your spiritual team, you need to stop listening to everyone else. Right? Because your relationship with the divine, the creator, that's yours specifically. But you can't hear the creator if you're listening to everyone else. So that's that Hermit energy with Nine of Wands, putting down everyone else's burdens, not feeling that obligation. I want you to stop feeling the obligation of carrying out everyone else's shit. We are all grown enough that they can make their own decisions, their own problems. They can clean up their own messes. I also need you guys to get super comfortable. I'm glad, Viola. I bet you're not the only one, babes, but I'm super glad, okay? That Hermit, like, here's the part. And I know this is a hard way to say it, but it's one of those, if that person would sell me out, I am not going to stick my neck out for them. You need to start becoming real serious about tuning everyone else out, right? What the cottage country? Is that the X? The X? And cottage, you need to, boy, you need to whisper me. 'Cause I love you, but you and I need to talk about that. 'Cause that's, Did we not? Oh boy. I love you, cottage. I do. You know that. Baby, you know we gotta talk. Okay. I think I've been talking about this for almost a year with you. Okay. I love you, my love, but we got some work to do on that. Okay. All right, guys, so in my TikTok, if you don't know, I'll let you know. I do run multiple communities. I just had someone from my Twitch community pop up and That's a pickle of a jam, Cottage, my love. We can work on that. Cottage, do you have Discord, Bibs? Have I asked you that before? And do you want me to drop my Discord? Because I want to talk to you, but that's a Discord conversation or more. I want to help you with that, Bibs. Okay, Knight of Swords. You have to cut off anything that is not for you. That is not for the greatest and highest good. Cottage country, that does not, like, you and I need to talk about that now that there's a baby involved in there. We gotta talk about some stuff on that end, okay? How far along is she, little love? Alright, so I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover, your favorite hot high priestess here. Yeah. Okay, so Cottage, I'm gonna drop, and Sam, if you'll give me a minute, babe, I'll answer for you. Okay, so Cottage, you said you do have, Discord, right? I'm dropping my handle down there, baby, so that way you can hopefully find me over there. Okay. Alright, Salem, bear with me. Hopefully, if you're still in, please let me know. I do see strength on the bottom here, so we do have to be very, we have to fight for what we want. Okay? Alright. So, on the bottom, Salem, I saw strength. So, that's fighting for what you want and not letting anyone else try to encroach on that. So, if you want kids, babe, I need you to be so serious about this. Thank you, Viola, for letting me know you're still here, babes. And thank you, Salem, for letting me know. Pamela, we're doing collective energy reads. I do see 3 of Cups. So what I'm feeling here, though... Okay, so Salem and Viola and Pamela, with 3 of Cups, there were people that were trying to have fun at your expense and needing to cut that out. Especially with the Knight of Swords there. It's saying, you know what, if people were laughing while I was crying, they're not my people, and I need to cut them out. Right? Using that head over heart. And here is something that I have been telling people a lot the last few days. You never need to know why someone did something. Right? You just need to know that they did it and move accordingly. And Pamela, for as far as Kenny getting a job, it feels like there was someone there that was trying to triangulate him and keep him from finding that success and happiness. Okay? Let me know if these resonate, what you're feeling from it, and we'll discuss a little more. And if it is resonating, please let me know. Please talk about it so we can also know that, like, oh, hey, we're not alone in all of this. And that's the other part, guys. We are not alone. You are not alone. You're not the only one going through this, but you do have to actually speak on it. I always tell people, closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't ever speak on what's going on, you're not ever going to find the solution, even if it's just speaking to yourself, right? I know people give you a hard time, like, oh, I'm talking to yourself. No, that's like your counsel. So stop letting people shame you for speaking out loud to yourself. I don't want that for you. Like, people, and you know what's funny? I had somebody that they told me I was crazy, yet they were doing the same things as me, and I was like, you were making fun of me for talking to myself. Well, now I'm a business owner, right? A solo entrepreneur, so I talk to myself all the time. I'm like, I'm just having a staff meeting. Can you guys mind? Like, do you mind step out? Like, don't be making fun of me. Like, I was talking to the CEO right there. Can you just stop for a minute? So, and that's the other part. Stop caring what other people think, feel, say about your life, because it's your life. They don't have to wake up in the beds that you have to wake up in. They don't have to go to the jobs that you have to go to. That's the other part. People that criticize about your life, they couldn't last a minute in your shoes. So before you start listening to somebody say how you should have done something, they couldn't have handled that situation. They're telling you how they would have handled it. They're projecting onto you, well, I would have done. No, that's a them problem. They didn't have to make that choice, so they also don't get to complain about how you did it wrong. If they wanted it done that way, they could have done it themselves. So do not, this is a huge piece of advice that I've started giving a lot of people. Don't take criticism from people that you don't respect their life choices, or from people that are doing less than you. Like, you ever notice it's always the coworker complaining about how you're not working hard and they're sitting over there on their ass, not doing anything, and complaining about you working? No, that's because they're doing less than you. They want you to look bad, or they want you to look, no, they actually want to probably take your credit. So, that's part. And Pamela, as far as jobs going, people getting jobs soon, there's a lot that's happening right now. And the biggest thing I'm going to tell you, the biggest thing I'm going to tell anyone, breathe, rest, drink water, meditate. You can't fix it all in this moment. It didn't take a moment to break. It ain't going to take a moment to fix, but you can't freak out. So breathe, rest, drink water, meditate. Those are my huge ones. Those are my huge, advice I give. Yeah. No, Viola, I'm always going to tell you to delete people, especially because this card was out there, was judgment. No, so judgment is like you called it and you deleted that friend, and that is so much more beneficial than you know, babes, because it really do be the ones closest to you that are going to hurt you. So I'm like, I went no contact. I cut family, friends, my closest people, and I'm going to tell you, my life got a lot better. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's lonely. But then I realized, no, that person, even my best friend, right? I had a best friend from 33 years. And then I realized, no, she's always had a secret competition with me, which doesn't make sense because I'm not competing with her. But then she's always, tried to underhand my life. So it's hard to call judgment, but as soon as you do, I promise things will start moving better. You know what, though? Here's the thing, Viola. When you start looking at it, you go, I would never have done that to them. That's that part. If you look at how someone treated you and you're like, I never in a million years would have done that to them, that's not a friend, right? When you start looking at their action, you're like, that's not being a good friend. That's not loving. I wouldn't have done that to them. That's not who I want. So devil on the bottom, this is Capricorn energy. So also watching, remember how I said clean up your circle. Because it may not necessarily be your friend that gets you in trouble. It may be your friend's mom or your friend's brother or your friend's partner. So that is watching your connections, right? And not participating in them. The devil is your addictions. It's OCD. If you know a Capricorn, you probably know they're OCD kings and queens, right? God love them. I gave birth to a Capricorn, but they're like the bookkeepers. Yes. Okay, so I love the confirmation. They're like the bookkeepers. I'm going to tell you this about Capricorns. Capricorns are incredibly messy, but they hide it really well. They find an even messier person, and Capricorns hate embarrassment. Hate. Absolutely despise it. I watched one of my best friend of 33 years. She was a mess, but she loved to have me as the mess so that she could look like she was squeaky clean. But Capricorns enjoy pain. They enjoy pain, but not on themselves. They enjoy, if you want to think of what a Capricorn is, it's like a dungeon master. They get off on hurting people. I speak from experience. My most recent tattoo artist here was a Capricorn, and he loved intentionally hurting me to see if I would complain or to see if I would buckle. Of course, he didn't know that I am the goat. I am the goat. So when he did that, I was just like, bitch, if you think that that's the worst thing I've gone through as a woman, you're sadly mistaken. But Capricorn, like I say, they love to take and try to put you into submission. But yeah, oh no. I speak from personal. I speak from having a best friend that was a Capricorn. I speak from giving birth to a Capricorn. My firstborn is a Capricorn, and I love them, but goddamn, sometimes I'm like... Yeah. You'll also find, they also love, one of my former friend loved being a debt collector because she loves to inflict pain on people, and she loves people being messier than her. So watch those Capricorns, because they intentionally will hurt you, and they love it. They get off on it. They literally get off on it. So, speaking from personal, if you want any tea about any of the zodiac signs, you let me know. I'll let it go. I am a Libra, so we are the best friend of the zodiac sign. We've got the tea on everyone. You want to know who someone is to the core? Come find us. We'll tell you. It's also dangerous to to mess with a Libra, because when we're known as passive aggressive. Like, we'll let things slide until you hit a certain point, and then we're like, no, you tipped our scales, now you got us tripping. But we also, like, we come out with receipts afterwards, and a lot of times it's like we will gather the other zodiac signs, will be like, oh, you didn't just come after me, you also insulted the Aries, you also insulted the Taurus, you also insulted the Scorpios, and now I'm here to tell everyone and speak on everyone's case and show the receipts because you were told not to do that, ever. And you want to be messy, we'll drag those receipts out for the air for everyone to see. So, yeah. A lot of us are waking up to our divine knowledge. And yes, Viola, deleting him, it'll feel weird at first, but it'll be so much better, I promise. Because you're going to see in about a month, like, something really big happens in his life, and if you hadn't made that distinction, you would be caught in it. Okay? I used to help people, now I'm like, no, you made that bed, you sleep in it. You made that shit sandwich for yourself to eat, by all means, please eat it. Baby, I got judgment on, when I was pulling that card earlier, it was judgment. It's like you finally made the call and nothing else can be done about that, and that's fine. Nine of Swords, you were constantly in your head about it, and this is finally saying no, no more. So, judgment and Nine of Swords, it's time to go. Hey, Christina, how are you? Are you, okay, Christina, are you wanting to read? Because I feel it, like, I've been feeling it since yesterday. Let me know if that's applicable, okay? Christina, I feel like you've been coming up we need to do some one-on-one work, babes. And if you want to, let me know, because I can squeeze that in the process here. But, okay, so Nine of Swords, getting out of your head. All right, Page of Pentacles. Oh, no, I totally get that. I've been feeling it that you need help, but yeah. Okay, Page of Pentacles. We've been dealing with someone. So this is Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Right? This is someone who's been very super immature and holding on to all their pentacles. Right? They don't want to let go. They don't want to share. But we are all about reciprocity. Right? So it's that whole, like, if you want something, you also have to be willing to give up. So if you have been dealing with a Page of Pentacles that is not, it's time to let it go. Five of Pentacles, I love it. Five of Pentacles is that financial lack. Like, we have been left out in the cold by a Page of Pentacles. Someone who has been very immature, that had the resources but refused to assist. Okay, well, we'll split the deck there and then we'll switch. So we had 10 of Pentacles and the Hermit. So again, heavy earth energy, but this is going within. Okay? Also, guys, if you want to learn about yourself truly, like if you want to truly know how to love like your inner god or goddess, I need you to go look at your Venus sign. Like, pull your birth chart and go look at your Venus sign, because that is best how to love you. Like, for me, I'm like, my love language is more Virgo than it is. So, like, I'm a sun sign, Libra, XYZ, but, like, my internal goddess is more Virgo. It's that go within so you don't go without. So, knowing your Venus sign, look at your birth chart, knowing your Venus sign, it's going to start clicking more about how to best love you. Like, if you know anything about a Virgo, like, they're slow, they're steady, they're methodical, they like financial stability, they love financial stability, they don't work when they don't have it, so knowing your Venus sign is important, okay? And then Hanged Man, changing your perspective about life and love. So Hanged Man is being willing to see it from a different point of view. And also what I love about the Hanged Man, it's that energy of you can get yourself out of it at any point, right? Hanged Man is always like you voluntarily hung yourself upside down for a minute to be able to see a different point of view. So at any point you can also write yourself to a different path. So Hanged Man is being willing, even if temporarily, to see it from a different point of view and maybe adjust. All right. Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups, this is someone who emotionally is not able to fill their cup. They're just not, yeah, they feel emotions, but they can't quite commit or can't quite figure out how to actually achieve the goal. And saying, you know what, I can't keep dealing with people that are not able to fill my cup. So reciprocity is a huge thing, guys. Huge. Huge. All right. Okay. I was like I was going to try and switch hands and then some things came out. Okay, Hermit will not leave us alone. Going within so you don't go without. Stop. Okay, so this is the other part. Stop giving all your good love to everyone else. Because you forgot to give it to you first. Okay. And then Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, we have been dealing with that energy that, again, they just don't want to share. And it's put us in that disempowered. And I need you to keep moving and not turn back and try and convince them to help you. No, go within so you don't go without. You need that clarity. And that clarity does come from, you know, kind of sitting in solitude for a little bit. Okay. Katie. Hold on. Four Wands. Okay, so we are building our foundation. Four Wands is happily ever after. You have to be willing, though, to clean up your circle and cut out anyone that is not for you. All right, so I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. I'm going to hop out. I do Reiki Sound Therapy, Inner Child Healing. Should you wish to tip your favorite reader, which is greatly needed and appreciated, it's Ko-Fi. Or sorry, it's Cash App, which is Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. To book a one-on-one, it's Ko-Fi, which is ko-fi.com/Siren Song Lover. Reiki, Sound Therapy, Inner Child Healing, PTSD, Ancestral Veneration. I do a lot. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to hop out. I will be back later, but for now I have to go. So,